Hey, I'm standing at the entrance of the Willard Hotel, a grand old hotel in downtown Washington, D.C., right across from the White House. You can see the very elaborate lobby in back of me, and I came here to be part of the Washington Mardi Gras Ball, an annual celebration by Louisianians from all over the country who come to Washington. But an interesting event took place. There was a commemoration of an event 150 years ago this week. That's when Abraham Lincoln took his oath of office to become president. The day before, or several days before, a number of delegates from the North and the South met here in this hotel, right in the place that I'm standing, to try to avert the Civil War. It was primarily the southern states, a little bit more to the north, Kentucky, Tennessee, coming across to the Carolinas, Virginias. Slavery was not as dominant there as it was in the Deep South, down, say, in Louisiana, where I'm from. And then northern states trying to avert this conflict that seemed to be rising so much. Well, after about 4 days of debate, and they debated 18 hours a day, they didn't get very far. The only break they took was when one of the members, a northerner, died in the hotel, who was very emotional about this whole issue, and they took time out to, by horse carriage, take him to be buried, came back with their deliberations, trying to find a middle ground. It looked like they'd almost reached a compromise to where there would be no more extension of slavery. It'd be prohibited in all of the North or places where it was not located, with negotiations to continue to possibly shut it down in a couple of years. They looked for some direction from Abraham Lincoln, and quite frankly, I'm not a big Lincoln fan like so many people are. I think Lincoln missed a huge opportunity. He should have stepped in and used the influence of the new president to push this direction, to push this gathering, to take a more definitive stand. He did not. He said, no, I want nothing to do with it. I'm going to take hands off. Well, of course, we went into the Civil War. Lincoln then, his following efforts not to move it or try to find a compromise, not to buy any time, caused the loss of over 600,000 American citizens. Family against family, brother against brother. I have a hard time with that. I don't know about you, but it seems like if today, and today's numbers, we're talking about 3.5 million people. What would happen today if Bill Clinton or George Bush or Barack Obama would allow 3 million Americans to be killed in battle? It's just unfathomable, and I think it was then too. Lincoln should have stepped in. He missed a golden opportunity. The delegations left this hotel, could not reach a compromise, and then Lincoln was inaugurated the next day, and of course we saw what happened. It was downhill from that point on. So I just share that with you. I think it's fascinating. This hotel where I'm standing, if the right leadership had come about, you might have seen the Civil War never take place and not have the bloodshed that we had in the country today, and still be able to deal with this massive, difficult issue of abolishing slavery. So I share that with you. I'm glad you're watching my show today.